Uncanny X-Men 184 begins with Valerie Cooper and Raven Darkholme at Eagle Plaza in Dallas, Texas. Raven is actually Mystique in disguise, and they are visiting her friend Forge to check up on his progress with some weaponry. They are wowed when they see what Forge's penthouse looks like, and Val can't believe that everything's just a hologram. They are interrupted by Naze leaving in a huff after a fight with Forge, and he prophesies that Forge is flirting with disaster. The hologram disappears, and the government duo are greeted by Forge in one of his greatest outfits to date. He beckons them to follow him, and he takes them to his laboratory where he shows Val the power neutralizer that he's been working on. It's supposed to strip superhumans of their powers and render them totally human, but Forge is wary to use it yet because it's just an untested prototype. He gives her the mutant scanner instead and surprises them when he says that it's picking up a mutant here among them. Mystique thinks her cover is blown and she prepares to kill both Val and Forge, but Forge laughs it off and says he was just joking because the mutant here is him. No one is amused, and he takes silent note of Raven's strong reaction. In New York, a time-displaced Rachel Summers stands outside an electronics store watching a recap of the X-Men's Dragon Battle in Japan. The channel starts to discuss Senator Kelly's Mutant Affairs Control Act, and Rachel gets more and more confused about why the details of this world aren't matching up with those of her future. She scuffs off into the night and is noticed by Selene, who wants to hunt Rachel and capture her to become her disciple. Rachel is spooked by a fire truck blaring by and is ambushed by Selene, but Rachel breaks contact with her before she can do any damage. Rachel runs off and escapes into a nightclub. She falls down and becomes overwhelmed by the psychic onslaught of thoughts all around her. The bouncer grabs her and threatens to throw her back outside, but the nightclub's hunky owner, Nick Damiano, sees that she just needs some help and offers to take care of her. The bouncer warns him not to, but Nick doesn't listen and he takes Rachel back to his place. He tells Rachel to make herself at home, and she drinks some orange juice and takes a luxurious bubble bath. She realizes she can't sense Nick's thoughts, and after she goes to investigate, she discovers that Nick is dead. Selene reveals herself to have drained his life essence, and she ties Rachel up in a rug. Rachel blasts her with a cybolt and frees herself, and Selene is impressed. Rachel throws a bunch of furniture at her, but Selene uses her mastery over inanimate objects to disintegrate them all. She manipulates the floor to grab Rachel, and an electrical gas line ruptures beneath them, causing the apartment to burst into flames. Selene begins to psionically consume Rachel, but Professor X shows up and frightens her. The X-Men barge in and make their way through the flames. Nightcrawler intercepts Selene, who is trying to escape with Rachel, but Selene chokes him with his own uniform. Rogue tackles Selene, but Selene grabs her and bypasses Rogue's absorbing ability with her own. Professor X intervenes, and his mental attack is more than Selene can bear, so she flees into the fire. The X-Men grab Rachel and break out through the apartment walls as Storm douses the fires with her rain. Rachel is comforted by the X-Men, but she is shocked to see Professor X standing and to see Storm with a mohawk, as the X-Men from her future never looked like this. Everyone's confused, and Rachel passes out after realizing she's in the wrong past. Well, that's it for this issue. Thanks for watching, and tune into my review video where I go in depth about what I thought of this book. You can follow me on any of my social media scenes for all sorts of fun X content, and check out my website, greatxmentations.com, for blog posts and news articles. All of my Uncanny X-Men spoiler videos have been curated into a playlist for your viewing pleasure, so hit it up and let me know what you think of them. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to come on back for more Great X-Mentations.